I worked on my aunt's ranch a couple times. Did some branding, you know. That's all the ranching I've done though, so I guess I'm kind of a poser with my cowboy hat right now.
James was my second wild card. I had no idea what to expect. All I knew that he was working really hard putting a line together. James had a really great crew supporting him. Chris Blue was organizing the show. Mitch Cheek was building the line along with a few others. John Welburn was snapping photos. Williams Lake was always a good scene. The crew up here had it dialed. But man, is it hot. The place was cooking. Tyler Keith did some amazing trail riding with James with that monstrosity of a helmet cam. Turned out super sweet. What I like about James' line is that it incorporates speed and flow with majestic amplitude thrown in. The location is super rad too. An old mine pit on the top of the mountain became a great place to build as it wound its way down to the river banks. Restaurant halfway down Porter's Trail. How sweet is that? An old wooden log structure that had at one time housed 160 hefty Swiss cows. The restaurant occupies one end with a sprawling patio that merges into the yard car park. This mountain eatery is comfortably nestled into the mountainside. At 6,000 feet, it is dwarfed by the stunning Donstas, the deep peaks. These granite superstructures tower with grandiose authority above.
A section with jumps and hand plant and wall ride and a bunch of stuff to kind of put a little more freestyle into the trail. So it's racer mixed with freeride mixed with freestyle, just full mountain biking. You can do the whole thing, everything on one bike, and that's kind of why I ride a mountain bike, because it's the most versatile tool to shred on more than anything else. You don't need snow or whatever. You can just ride your mountain bike any day, all day.
Epic Swiss Alp vistas cascade in every direction. The place is stunning. Porter sure knows how to call it. Porter came here to sculpt a sick trail. The place he chose is a pretty steep side hill that sports the former Swiss National DH course. His idea was to transform a chunk of this course into a BMX downhill jump and snowboard influenced session fest, and to sprinkle a touch more spicy was to ride the whole thing on this Pinner 6-inch bike. Not only is there a restaurant halfway down the trail, but there's also a small pig farm. Just behind the restaurant, the trail sprouts electrified ribbons. These keep the mountain grazing milk producers off and added another element to be aware of. The tram from town in Champeray blasts you up into the sprawling pocket of Swiss mountains, which was sweet since we had been generously put up in the old school style of Hotel Swiss. So there we were, living large in Champeray in the middle of the colossal Portes du Soleil mountain bike park, amplifying the buzz. So back to the DH jump, BMX, and snowboard influenced trail. The time had come. I could tell Porter was anxious to show us his hard work. He and Ben had spent the last few weeks building the trail, which had been under a few feet of snow when they had started. A major endeavor. Now it was time to turn the dream into a reality. It was time to shred this creation. The weather was in and out. One moment bluebird, the next stormy. On numerous occasions we called a chute, head to the valley, only to arrive at the bottom to look up at banning blue skies. A couple of these convinced us to stay on the mountain and wait until dark before descending to the valley floor. We'd allocated 7 days to nail the segment. Now the pressure was on. Rain, gray days, and wind had really hampered our ability to film. 5 days had passed. The rooster was becoming a bit unglued. The collective buzz was injected with a dose of stress.